So tell me, is you ready, baby? Tell me, is you ready, baby?
Hey y'all, welcome back to the belikedee channel. It's your girl D coming back with another review of Power Book 4 Force with Tommy. Okay, season 2, episode 5. And y'all know it was another good episode, so let's go ahead and get to it. So the episode opens up with D-Mac and Tommy. They back at the house. You know, D-Mac freaking out like, oh shit, I shot a cop. Like, what are we gonna do? I shot a cop. I thought he was gonna kill y'all. And then Tom was just like, man, it is what it is. He dead now, right? And then he's like, what we gonna do? He's like, ain't no we. You gonna lay your ass low, and I'm gonna go figure out what the hell we gonna do with this, okay? So then he get a text from Dom, and Dom say it's handled it, and he tell him Dom got rid of the body. I'm like, what the hell Dom got rid of the body at? Okay? But anyway, so then Tommy telling D-Mac to shut his mouth because he being extra loud. He like, can't you let everybody in the fucking house know what happened? So, so of course D-Mac still freaking out. And then we get to Jannard's ass, and they basically tell him that, you know, they ain't got no product, they need more product. And then he thinking they saying they ain't sold their product. He's like, nah, nigga, you ain't got no product, okay? And everybody find out you doing bad, and that you not even good with Miguel right now. And then everybody, all them in the room looking at him like, yeah, you gotta get together, nigga, okay? So then Jannard just like, I just need you two niggas, just stay loyal. Stay loyal. We finna get back on track. Stay loyal, niggas, okay? I said, yeah, cause you down to 2, okay? Then we get Dime at the little restaurant he was going to last season, and he ended up getting the place shot up. They coming in trying to shoot his ass, and then he ended up shooting some lady. And he was about to shoot the dudes, but he really didn't want to shoot back at them because they looked young and stuff like that. But you know, Dom ain't really want to be in this life like that. So he was about to shoot at him, but then he seen that the lady was hurt, so then he stopped and was like, call the ambulance. The guy that owns the restaurant, he also told Dom that Sid is in hospice at some hospital, and then Dom was just like, I don't give a fuck, I don't fuck with Sid. And they was like, but you know. So I was just like, oh, that must be his daddy, because he mentioned his daddy last episode, saying his daddy was the reason why he started boxing, not because he started boxing because his daddy was trying to put them hands on him, okay? I don't know, I just got mad as I thought about it. But anyway. So then we get Maria at the hospital. She texting Tommy all grinning and stuff. And then the girl just like, I know it ain't the dude you're talking to that got you smiling like this, because you glowing. And the Maria just like, girl, get out my business. Okay, don't worry about it. And then, you know, the lady that got shot at the restaurant with Dom ended up getting rushed in, and she got out into that. Tommy going in to see Dom, and he's seeing all this police going around, so he don't know what the fuck going on. So he's sneaking in. He talking about, what the fuck going on? I thought you got rid of that body. Dom talking about, yeah, it's gone. Ain't nobody gonna find it. And then he's like, nah, it's because there was a shooting at the diner, and it was somebody that yelled 71 block something, T block. I don't know. I thought it was one of the jail people, but apparently it's somebody. It's another mob. They call them all mobs, okay? So they all mob/gangs that they're called the RDs. And apparently they used to be a part of Jannard's old crew, and now they done flipped from Jannard's ass and then went to the RDs. And then he's saying that well, it sound like we need to go bust some caps up to some RDs and lock that shit up. And he's like, nah, we don't think we should do that. He said that he used to, you know, well, apparently they all used to be one big gang. So the CBI and the RDs was the one big gang. But that was the first, he's like, back when the first split happened. So they split, and then he ended up in jail with the same dude. He's like, we was in jail, King Kilo. And he was talking about, they was talking in jail about having a coalition between all of the mobs. And Tom was just like, all right. He's like, so that might be, you know, at first it seemed like a dream. It was back in 94. But anyway, so he's like, if at first it seemed like a dream, but that shit might can happen now, you know, to, you know, calm everything down. So then Tommy was just like, all right, go ahead and get that together. And then Don was like, so you had a conversation with D-Mac? What y'all conversation was like? He's like, I told her, lock that shit down now. You need to be in the house, stay your ass in the crib. He's like, oh, okay. What that is over there? D-Mac dumbass outside talking to the damn police that's going up and down the street and shit. And then Tommy was like, I know this. Why did Tommy look like that? Leaving out the damn room, okay? So then we see him hemming up D-Mac at the house. Like, boy, didn't I tell your ass not to do that? Didn't I tell you? Throw your ass in the house. So of course JP come walking in while he hemming up D-Mac. He like, Tommy, what the hell you doing? You can't talk to my son like that. Get your hands off my son. And then he's like, you go upstairs. Take your ass upstairs. Don't you talk to nobody. Don't say fucking nothing. And then JP's like, you don't talk to him like that either. He's like, no, JP, he said, I can talk to him the fuck I want to, okay? I can talk to him how I want to because he didn't make the biggest mistake of his life. And then, of course, Tommy saying he can't tell him because the less he know, the better. And, of course, Kate come in. He like, Kate, mind your fucking business. Don't worry about what we talking about over here. And then, of course, as he whispering to my, just protect D-Mac, keep him in this house. Kate like, I said, oh, my goodness. Kate was really zoomed in. What I know? Okay, so we got Vic on the phone with Claudia, and she basically saying, did Daddy file for it? He said, yeah, he did. We're gonna set up the dinner tonight. She told him, go and come over because Doyle on his way, and we're gonna plan it out. But she looked like, oh shit, okay, we in this now, So then the police pull up on Vic and bring his ass in. So of course they trying to get him to talk about what happened, and then they pushing their agenda so hard. It's like, we already got 2 eyewitnesses, so why don't you gonna tell us who was with you? I've been like, why you so worried about who was with me? If you got eyewitness that I killed him, what you want? Okay, so of course Vic just like, lawyer, okay, lawyer. And then the dude get mad, the black lady in the other room behind the mirror basically saying, just let him go. Like, we just let him give himself enough rope to hang himself, okay? He destined to fuck up. He gonna be our way to get Tommy's ass, okay? He gonna be our way. They made money together before. They can make money together again. Watch. Just watch. Let him go. And of course the husband just like, you're just trying to do anything to be mayor. He's like, no, I'm doing anything to get all of these gangs. And Tommy is the linchpin to get all of these gangs and bring them down. This is gonna be good for my career. I'm like, girl, it sounds like the only thing you worried about, okay? But it's gonna be good for her career, okay? She's gonna try to get all the gangs at once. Girl, that's not gonna happen. But keep dreaming, girl. So we got D-Mac texting that girl Genesis, trying to say, I ain't stand you up. Let me tell you why. Let me explain. Looking ass, okay? So then, of course, Kate come up. She like, oh, don't you want to tell me what's going on? I said, don't you just see yourself getting played? Like, he really falling for this. And it just shows how, this whole scene, well, of course we knew he was a teenager, but, baby, it shows. Okay. He's like, I can't explain what happened. And he said, you want to tell me what happened? No, but I just want to talk to her, okay? But Tommy said I can't leave the house. And then I was just like, well, you know what? Go to the store and get me some smokes and take all the time you need. I'm like, oh my goodness, Kate. If she find any way to fuck it up, don't she? And of course, D-Mac just being a dumb teenager. Just the dumbest of the dumb, okay? But Kate, the damn, she is the worst. So then we got Janoy showing up to their old hood, well, his old hood, okay? The dude had to tell him, nigga, this ain't your hood no more, okay? But then he ended up going and he seeing, I guess somebody that he know getting out, a person getting out the car, and then I guess he know that's the car to get in, to get whatever he need to get. So then he hops in the car. The girl is like, oh, what's up, Janoy, what you got going on, basically. But then, of course, he robs her, takes the money, and then she like, are you serious? Like, is this really happening? I was just like, you ain't going, okay. Like, of course, he pulled the gun out and everything. And he's like, he like, yeah, it's really happening. Like, give me the stash. Yeah, give me the stash. Then hit her. I was like, oh my goodness. So then he done hit her. Then he was like, and give me that chain. And he was like, you know, my daddy gave me this chain. And he's like, I don't care, give me that chain. Yeah, really, nigga, really. I said, oh my goodness, he is just losing it. Okay. He is on the downward spiral, okay? Robbing people you know, like that you was semi close with and stuff like that. You just putting more salt on your name in these streets. Okay, so Dejanara go running back to his crew, talking about, yo, showing them the keys. He's like, now what this shit you was talking about? Yo, what you was talking about, Miguel not fucking with me? Yo. I say, so now you trying to pretend like Miguel gave you the stuff? So they really looking like, okay, we back on. He said, my nigga back? My nigga back? Your nigga not back, okay? And then, as he doing all that talking, that big shit, right? The main dude, what is the dude, his main sidekick name? I keep forgetting. Anyway, his ass looking at him like, he looking at the chain, that's Manny chain. And then he looking like, what? Nigga, this my shit. Then he, make his distraction, walk off. Then the nigga looking at him like, nah. You better get on while you can, cause this nigga ain't nothing but, Janorin ain't shit, okay? He did it to his own brother, okay? He don't give a fuck if he doing down bad. He gonna get you, okay? He done choked that Look K, okay? He don't care. But anyway, so then we get to Claudia and Vic and Doyle meeting at Claudia's penthouse. And they basically saying, have Vic, the dinner is at 8. The team gonna be there at 9. They introduced him to some dude called, what he said, Big Red. I don't know, some shit like that. He's talking about he the deadliest assassin in Dublin. And then it was like, we heard this shit before, okay? And then he's like, that was the 4 horsemen. And Vic was like, and who the fuck are you? I'm the apocalypse. I said, oh, he definitely died. Hey, ones be trying like they so hard, be the ones dying so fast. The damn 4 horsemen was gone, okay? But anyways, so then they saying he need to get out by 8:30. And then she was like, what about Uncle Paulie? Is Uncle Paulie gonna be there? He's like, nah, Paulie ain't gonna be there. He dad fired him. She was like, oh, really? Then it's settled. It's settled. He dies tonight. I said, not tonight's the night. We see the CO lady giving one of the prisoners, which is Kilo, the phone to talk to Dime. And Dime already there with Tommy, so he like, all right, let's go ahead and have this conversation. So he basically saying, remember that coalition we was talking about? I think we should get that done, basically. It's being, we don't need no more bloodshed, no more violence in the streets, okay? And the dude was like, all right, I'm down for it, but I won't have the distro in, the prison. So then he tells Tommy, and Tommy like, fuck no. And he hung up, he snatched the phone and hung up. He was like, well, no, Tommy, no. Like, you gotta think about this. Like, come on now. He's like, we can't keep going to war over everything. So then he's like, you gotta think things through, Tommy. I said, oh, he mad. And then Tommy took it seriously too. He was like, I don't know. I mean, like, I don't want to have to be, at people's, bending to other people's will, basically. So then he was like, I don't know, man. Just let me think. Let me go drop these off, and I need to think, okay? So then he was like, and Tommy, I know D-Mac your nephew, but you're going to have to handle that, or I will. And I said, damn. It's getting real. It's getting real, because D-Mac is a liability. Okay, and he young, he dumb, and he dumb enough to be bragging about the shit. Okay, he's like, he can't be in these streets running his mouth. And Tommy looking like he got in trouble. I know, I got it, I'ma handle it. Okay. I said how quickly the tables turn, because he just put Jannard in that position, and now Don put his ass in that position. Like, check your niggas, okay? So then, Tommy said he gonna have it handled. So apparently we're getting more into Maria, and she basically at the hospital upset that the girl passed away after all that violence or whatever. So she going in, telling her the dude she was supposed to be like dating / messing around with at work And he kind of like, you gotta stop getting so involved. Move on with your cases. Looking last, okay? And that's damn sure not what nobody want to hear when they trying to tell you they in an emotional moment and they tired of all this bullshit, okay? He just like, okay, it's life every day. Move on. I'm just like, you is not understanding the assignment right now, okay? And then of course they piss her off, so they go in there. She's like, you know what? Do you even love me? You know what? I don't love you either. So it's fine. We're done. He want to follow her outside. What do you mean? No. And of course Miguel is the one that's picking her up. I said, what the hell? Why is Miguel picking you up from work? Not even the driver. He is the one that's picking her up. Once he see her, the dude coming behind her, he get out the car to come to see what's going on. I said, oh, is this man finna die? So then he ended up grabbing her to say, no, listen to me. I said, oh my goodness, you done touched her in front of Miguel. So of course, she tell his ass off and she walk off. And then of course Miguel's like, what the fuck going on over here? She was like, nothing. Can we please just get in the car? Can we please get in the car and leave? Okay, he's just an asshole. I said, girl, you shouldn't have said that either. Miguel looking like, So now we got Claudia and Doyle from Dublin dude. And he's like, let's have a victory fuck. She's like, no, let's wait till it's done. But then they end up having sex anyway. But he's like, oh, I love it when you're so aggressive. But then she's like having some weird little moment where she's like being really aggressive and she's looking at herself through the reflection in the damn window. And then she starts talking about, you know, I'm thinking about my first move when I'm running the Flynn organization. I was like, girl, you love the way that came out your mouth. When I'm running the Flynn organization. And then he had to tell him, ooh, it's never gonna be you, honey. He gave a false hope too. Tell me, as long as your brother's alive, it's gonna be him. It's never gonna be you. And I was like, y'all still lying, because if anything happened to Vic, they gonna say you need to marry somebody so they can be a man they can be talking to. Girl, they playing you. It's never gonna end. Look, it's never gonna be you, bitch. So of course she got that look in her eye like, oh, I gotta kill Vic too? She don't give a fuck. This bitch want power, okay? Bitch just want it, okay? Just hungry. You can see it in her face. All I see in her now is Cersei Lannister, okay? Game of Thrones, anybody? The bitch look like her, okay? Okay, so now we get the old guy at the barbershop basically trying to guilt Dom into going to see this Sid person, which just the more they keep saying about it sounds like this the daddy, like I said. So he's like, he's like, man, I don't fuck with that nigga. I'm not gonna go see him. And he's like, as men, we go through things in life, but you know, it's Sid. Y'all got history. I said, what kind of excuse is that? It's Sid. Y'all got history. Y'all family. That don't mean shit, okay? That man wasn't shit to him and abused him, and he supposed to be going to see him in his death. For what? For what? And it was pissing me off how everybody trying to guilt him. You should go up there. And then of course he looked like, fuck, everybody know about it. I gotta go up there now. So then he was about to call Jannard, and then he changed his mind. Like, I guess he didn't want to have that kind of serious emotional thing with Jannard is at the moment, because he heard from her good was like, nah, I ain't finna talk to Jannard. So then he ended up calling Shanti, basically telling Shanti, and then we see the scene where Shanti is telling Jannard. Of course, after she just like, what's going on with you? Are you okay? You good? Are you on something? I'm like, girl, just say you know he on shit. Everybody know it now. So he's like, Miss Star, I'm good. So you bringing me down. Don't bring me down. And then, of course, she bring him down because she grab his hands and say, Sid is at the whatever place in hospice. You need to go see him. And then he started looking like, man, fuck. You know, all that, trauma from his childhood as well. Okay, so we got this scene with Dom coming up to the hospital to see his dad. So I was just like, oh, he really going. And then he had to pull that card. Yeah, I'm here because you're my father. I was like, so? But anyway, so then the dad showed he ain't nothing but a piece of shit, of course. So he just like, what you doing here? I ain't gonna be saying no sorries, okay? So then Don was like, I don't want no stories. Don was on his ass, okay? My punk ass daddy was no daddy, nigga. And And then when he tried to say the only thing you ever did good was take care of Janora, and for 15 years you couldn't even do that. I'm like, nigga, how old is Janora? For how many years you couldn't do that? Okay. And then Don was like, well, they say if you can't fuck the child, don't fuck the woman. I said, you know what? Can we start saying that? So then, of course, the dad's like, after he got crump, he ended up getting all coughing and stuff. And he like, man, fuck, I can't talk shit. And then Don was like, because he told him he ain't no good. You just like me. You ain't no good. As soon as you learn that, you'll be better off. He was like, well, I'll be better off when we put you in the fucking grave, okay? And I realized that dreams do come true. I said, yes, bitch. I don't know. I got so much gratification of him reading his damn daddy, okay? And then, of course, he started to lose, and then I got to come rushing in because he was like, because you're dying. So now we got Claudia's ass and Doyle. And Doyle basically telling her that the timeline got moved up, that go ahead and tell Vic that he needs to be out of the house by 8:30 instead of 9 because, they're going to come in at 8:30. I mean, before 8:30 because they're coming in at 9. Whatever. It got moved up to 8:30. So she was just like, okay. She ended up getting a call from Vic because Vic go into the house and he see that it's another setting and Paulie ass is there. And he just like, oh, fuck. And then so he tell her, Paulie here. And she was like, well, can you get him out? He's like, I think I can. I'm like, anyway, he said, I think I can. And then she's like, okay, so we all good for 9. I said, I knew she was going to try it. I knew it. It was written all over your face. So the question when she hang up the phone, she was like, I did it. So then we got Janora head up to the hospital. And as he about to go in there, he see that Dime is in there. And then they both avoiding each other in this moment. So, of course, he sees Dime in there, so he ended up turning around and leaving. And I'm just like, what? Hospice, one thing, whatever. Okay, you was going, you already there, but whatever. So now we got Tommy freaking out because D-Mac is gone, and of course JP go ahead and tell him that you need to tell me what's going on. If D-Mac is in trouble, I need to be the first nigga to know. Okay, so then he tell him Darnell killed a cop. Okay, so then he's just like, what the fuck? So then JP gonna try to blame Tommy and say this is your fault. You started this. You got him in this. He's like, no, D-Mac chose this life, okay, and he keeps choosing this life. So shut the fuck up. Everything gonna be bad if I don't get to fix this shit, okay? I need to fix this. I need to fix it now. So then he ends up texting Big Smurf saying, I need you to do something for me. I was just like, oh, do what? Okay, do what, Tommy? And then he's like, I know. He tell it. He's like, what the fuck are you doing? He said, I gotta handle this. I said, what? So then we got Walter, Paulie, and Vic at the dinner, eating or whatever, drinking. And then they end up hearing the gunshots. So they're like, what the fuck is that? So like, well, shit, let's go ahead and have a shootout then. So then they end up going to the arsenal. And then Vic trying to get, he trying to get Paulie away. Like, you really gonna go out there? Really? Did y'all just have an issue? He's like, well, we made up. We're family. What are you talking about? Gladly. I'll gladly die for that man. I said, what? Paulie, what? After all that shit, how can he did to you? Because you're Polish. So then, they end up having a shootout scene. Paulie gets shot up. He ended up shooting some people. Okay, then he ended up, I think he took like a breath or something, was like, okay, and then the dude just finished him off and he fell into the pool, okay? So then, of course, Walter, he blasted him, shotgun, got you. And Vic kind of hanging back and letting his security do most of the shooting. So then, Walter ended up shooting the big red dude with the shotgun. So of course, boom, you take it out. I told y'all he's gonna die. I'm the fucking apocalypse. Okay, nigga, you dying. You're dead. Walter got your ass, okay? But then they end up getting each other. And then he got one shot to him, and Walter like, ah. And then of course, Vic walk up and he's like, you see what your fucking sister did? This is her fault. Because they look at that Polly. And then he's like, no, this is your fault, Gloria. Everything is your fault. So Vic got to come to terms with they didn't get daddy. They didn't get Da, okay? They didn't get Da. So now he got to get Da. But of course the daddy talking shit to the very end, okay? To the very end, Walter Flynn gonna talk his shit, okay? So he just like, you couldn't stand on your own 2 feet, basically calling him a bitch too, because you did the shit behind my back too. And he walks off. And of course Vic shoot him in the back. And then he wanted to kind of be like, yeah. So then he kind of turned around. I was like, Vic, you low-key still weak because you shot him in the back. You couldn't shoot him in the fucking face, okay? But anyway, so then he ended up turning around. It's like, oh, really? He said, yeah, it wasn't just Claudia. We did it together. I was like, I don't know. That was early. So then Walter like, pull the fucking trigger. Pull the trigger. Then he shot him. I said, oh, you ended it. Okay, you ended it. So they kind of gave you, I forgot whatever song played after that scene. It kind of had you like, oh shit, okay. And of course the damn episode gave away the title, Crown Vic. Okay, Crowned Vic. But I like the scene though. It was cool. After he killed him, he looked like he rebirthed himself into something, you know. But I wasn't expecting it. Okay, so Jannard back to making more bad decisions as always. Okay, so he going to go get some more drugs from somebody, and he said the dude saying he out. He just sold to the white boy. So then of course he go run into the white dude to try to get it out for him. And then he end up negotiating some price. They get in a car, and he give the chain that he stole from Manny, okay, the girl, and give it to him. And then he ended up doing the drugs right there in the corner. The dude was like, why are you doing it like that? You're wasting the stuff. You could get even higher. Let me show you. He pulled out the needle. Oh my goodness. I said, no, Jannard, no. It's just getting so bad, okay? Once you hit that needle, I'm thinking it's over for you, okay? That's too far. He's like, and then he let the dude shoot him up. I was like, then the dude did it too. I said, now you're gonna have to get drugged. You're gonna not drug tested, but you're gonna have to get tested because he just picked this needle up out of nowhere. Oh my gosh. Oh, gross. Gross. Oh, okay. And then we get Miguel showing up at that doctor dude's house that put his hands on Maria. Yeah. He ended up fucking with him, and I don't think he broke both of his hands, but he definitely damaged both of his hands and tried to say, is these the hands that you do surgery with? And dude tried to say, yeah. He's like, okay. He did both just in case his ass was lying, and then he left. The dude was like, what did I do? I'm like, nigga, you know. You ain't see her get in the car. Okay, so now we got D-Mac thinking he finna walk up on old girl so he can explain. But then he go to the van, come pulling up with Big Smurf and the dudes, and they go ahead and grab his ass. Okay, so I was like, damn. So then we get Tommy saying, you know, he gets a text message from Big Smurf saying it's done. And him and JP at the house like just waiting. So he's like, okay, it's done. They got him. And he's just like, okay, you know, it's gonna be hard to keep this a secret. It's gonna be hard for me not to tell Kate. He's like, Tommy's like, nigga, whatever you do, you cannot tell Kate. She gonna fuck everything up, okay? She gonna fuck everything up, nigga. I'm trying to tell your ass. But JP's like, I don't know if I can keep a secret, nigga. Claudia, she trying to figure out what happened at the damn house. They ain't getting no word, no nothing going on. She trying to check the news. They're like, I ain't heard nothing from my guys. And then Vic walk up and he like, what happened? He like, the dudes came early. Ain't nobody tell me. So, you know, I barely got out of there alive. And then the dude just like, I told her it was 8:30. Like, I told you. And then Claudia's like, you didn't tell me. No, you didn't tell me. And trying to play him. And Vic already caught on. I was like, thank you, Vic. Vic looked like, all right, I see you. But then she helped her kill the dude before he get to tell him the truth. She's like, he's lying. He never told me anything. And then he played her good. He's like, okay, yeah, thank you for looking out for me. And they hug. And she looking like, this bitch is evil, okay? talking about she nothing like dog. Girl, you his child. Then we get Dime, and he's still at the hospital, and the daddy finally waking up. The daddy in better spirits, I would say, because he ain't have as big with attitudes he been having. He basically was remorseful and said that he kind of picked on Dime the most because Dime was the strongest, yada yada yada. You know, I got all my reasons, okay, for being an asshole kind of moment. And the daddy asked for him to take care of Jannard for me, please. I'm just like, oh my goodness, of course, take care of your brother. Anyway, so then we get Tommy showing up to the hospital to go ahead and talk to Dime. He's like, why you ain't call me? You can call me for stuff like this. I said, oh, that's so sweet, Tommy. But then he ended up telling him that he couldn't make the drop because the police is all around. And then you know, I know you told me about D-Mac. You said he had to go. I did it. He gone. I said, the way he just, I did it. He gone. And then Don was like, I'm sorry, but you started this. You just had to go kill Chewie, okay? And then Tommy kind of looked at him like, okay. So then, and then he was like, I was thinking about that coalition thing. I'm down for it if we supply the drugs. And then Don was like, I like that. Okay, yeah. I get it together pretty much. I said, of course, Tommy want to be the head. But then they whole deal with the coalition too is if you come after one of them, you come after all of them. So I was like, okay, let's see what y'all gonna do. So then now we got Kate at home, and she's saying she ain't got no text messages, nothing from D-Mac. He ain't texting her back, all this and that to Tommy. And so what's going on? Where's my grandson? Tommy, where's my grandson? And Tommy's talking about, he gone. She's like, so when is he coming back? He ain't coming back. And she's like, Tommy, no, look at me. You know you gotta do that when your son is a murderer. Look at me. Did you murder that person? And then, of course, he started going off and she trying to, fight Tommy. But he just grabbed her arms like, it had to be done. He deliberately disobeyed me, and you helped him, okay? So then JP come running in to come help, help him tussle Kate ass. So then he's like, it had to be done. And she's just like, what? You monsters, you animals. I raised animals. And JP, but you didn't raise us, Kate. I said, ooh, you didn't raise them, Kate. So she tripping out. Tommy said, you ain't gonna do nothing. I said, oh, look at him bossing up on his mama. You ain't gonna do shit, Kate. Or I might have to do something else I don't want to do. I said, oh. So of course she backing out like, oh, I can't believe you. So then we get Dime at the hospital. The daddy done passed away. And he's just looking at the bed, kind of giving his respects. No tears, just looking straight like, hi. And Jannard show up, and then, he tripping out because he missed it when he was there earlier that day. Now, that was that bullshit, okay? It was already done. You might as well have finished the steps. He look at Dime, he's like, okay, so then he tell him that the dad said that he's the favorite and all this and that, he want him to look after him and all that stuff. So then Jannard was like, what the fuck are we doing, man? I'm just like, nigga, you know what you're doing. You started all of this shit. But then for some reason, Dime kind of took a little bit of responsibility, like he did something. I'm like, you ain't do nothing to that nigga. All you did was get out of jail, come back, think you was going to start your life back how you had it. But then Jannard was salty and wanted the power all to himself. Okay, remember that. Then he says that CBI would love to have you back. And I'm just like, oh, Lord, here we go. I don't know what Tommy going to say about that. Okay. But anyway, so then we find out that D-Mac ain't dead, okay? They done dropped D-Mac off at some weird ass, I think it was like an old person home or something like that with golf and shit. I don't know. He basically got D-Mac in hiding. He called D-Mac on the phone, let him know that this where you finna be till everything die down. You need to lay low, okay? I was like, okay, you didn't kill him. He just gone, like you said. He gone from over here. I was like, you lucky, because everybody wouldn't have got that option, okay? So then we get Vic going down to the damn DA office, and he saying he go ahead and give Claudia up. And they like, oh really? Okay. The black lady happy. Okay, really gonna give her up? I'll take it. And then she says, but I'm gonna need you to get Tommy. Basically, she's like, you can have Gloria, go on, have that bitch. She betrayed me. Okay. And I told Gloria that I'm getting out of this business, and I am. I said, okay. All right, that is in the episode, and that's in my review for Power Book Force, 4 Force with Tommy, season 2, episode 5. Drop down in the comments, let me know what y'all thought about the episode, what y'all think gonna happen, what's going on with Claudia and Vic. Okay, and of course Vic ass is gonna trade on everybody. Okay, he the weakest link in the Flans, and then Janarda's the weakest link in CBI. Okay, so drop down in the comments, let me know what y'all thought. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the Be Like D channel. Okay.